Hey everybody, Vanisher01 here. Sorry if you can hear my fan in the background, it's as hot as fuck over here right now, so I've got the fan going and I'm not turning it off just to do a commentary because it's that fucking hot. So I'm going to try and get rid of the sound and might hear a bit of it once in a while, but hopefully most of it's gone. Anyway, get into the game right here. Got a Kharg Island. I have to say Kharg Island is one of my favourite maps in the whole game. I wish I could play this 24/7. This is one of those maps I could play a 500 ticket conquest on, or a 200 ticket rush or something, you know. Just there's a few areas on the map they could add extra bases into. They just seem to have left them blank, and it's a bit wasted. A bit of a waste of space actually. When you think there's an area up to the left, I think, yeah, left of the second base. They could have easily put another base there, made the game a bit longer, but they just didn't. They just left that area blank. On PC there's a flag on Conquest over there, but not on console. But, yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Would have been nice to have a bit more of a longer game on this. This and Caspian Border are two that are over far too quickly on Rush and Conquest. I mean, you know, just then you're on to Grand Bazaar and Metro and Cien and it's like blah 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 blah. I'm actually sure where this bloody sniper gets me from right there. I thought there was a lav behind me protecting me, but obviously not. Someone managed to revive me, which I'm very much thankful for. Now I have to get into this real quick. I'm not going to commentate over the entire game. It's about a 20-minute game here. But what I just wanted to say is I'm very sorry to everybody that I did not have that sub day this weekend. I really have not been well over the last couple of days. I've got to go and have an ultrasound on my leg in the next couple of days. Monday I think my appointment is. So yeah, I'm alright, but I'm just, you know, I wasn't really feeling up to many things, you know, over the weekend. I played a little Battlefield 3 over the weekend with my mates, but not for too long. Yeah, I'm pretty much laying down most of the time, keeping my leg, you know, elevated, and yeah, just a bit of a pain in the ass at the moment, but yeah, everything should be sorted out soon. Now, I was going to do another account with my sub account, but I, you know, kind of ran it by a couple of people, and it seems to be not the best idea, because I'll have to rank up again, and I'll have to, everything that's linked to my EA account will be different, you know. I'll have to go through all this shit again, and so I've just decided you guys can add me on my original gamertag. So by the time I log on tomorrow, I expect to see a few friend requests there after this video. And there'll be a couple of rules. Okay, if you see me online and I've got my mates in my party, don't go joining. Alright, it's, you know, someone walks up to you at a bar and with your mates and that, you just sitting there having a chat and he just sits down and starts talking to you. I mean, what do you think, you know? So if I'm there with my mates and that, we're all in a party, just, you know, show a little restraint and don't go joining. I mean, send me a message and ask me what we're doing. That's fine, I don't mind that, but you have to remember also I don't have my notifications on while I'm capturing. I don't like them popping up on screen. I like a nice clean image. But yeah, there will be nights, there will be days where I just want to hang out with my mates and play some games. But I'll definitely announce when I'm going to be jumping on by myself. You know, or they might be there, but I'll say to them, you know, I'm going to go play with the subs and that, so... You know, I won't be in a party with them. They'll just, you know, probably join their game with us. But most likely not, because I am not going to be playing on Australian servers. If I get a majority of Australians that would like to play, I might, you know, play on Australian servers. But if the majority of people are from overseas, I think I'll, you know, just go quick match and we'll jump into a game straight off, and I'll deal with whatever I've got to deal with to play with you guys. So I do have to apologise again. I didn't really mean to mislead anybody that I'll be doing that this weekend. It just, life took over, shit happened, and I had to kind of step back a bit and take a bit of a break from everything. But yes, a panicking blue guy right there shooting me. So yes, that will be happening, and I'll be doing that. So that will be happening on this week. I'll, you know, if you all add me, we can get into some games and that. We can have some games. I'll tweet out when I'm going to be jumping on by myself. Just, you know, jump over and have some games with me. And see what we can do. Do some PTFO all the way. Which is sorely lacking in the Battlefield experience at the moment. PTFO doesn't seem to be anybody's choice of gameplay style at the moment. Everybody seems to be very much out for themselves. Which is, you know, kind of understandable. New game, people don't want to really get too serious about it. But there are occasions where it's, you know, you really should have won, and you just don't. Fuck you all. And when you see a guy on your team who's like 1-16, you don't think, mate, come on. What were you doing the entire game? Where were you? Yeah, you know, you recognise the players that are putting the effort in, and then you look at these players that, I mean, I'm not saying he should have a high KD, but obviously he wasn't doing anything. You know, if he can only get 1-16, what was he doing? I mean, if he was running in to get the MCOMs and dying 16 times, it's not a great way to play the game. I mean, PTFO, yes, but be conservative with your tickets too at some points. You can't just run in there blindly. I'm actually running by myself at the moment because Constantius and Aussie have been a couple of fly boys, and I'm stuck on the ground all down here. I don't actually know why I paused right then. I think I had to do something in my room, and I just like paused, and there we go, back into it. Been doing a bit of kit switching at the moment because I haven't had any ammo guys with me on the ground, because those two have been a couple of flyboy bitches. I actually had a go at them in the match. Towards the end of it, I was like, oh, I'm fucking down here by myself. I don't like it. I'm all by myself, running back from deployment. I cut a little bit of it out because there were about 3 or 4 deaths there where I was just running back from deployment, dying, running back from deployment. So I thought, oh, I've got to cut that out because that's just fucking boring. But yeah, I'm trying my best with what I've got at the moment. I'm doing alright. I don't do too bad. So getting back to what people have been asking me to do is the AN94. I actually haven't unlocked that yet. Now I'm working my way to getting it. So I will, as soon as I get that, that video will be up. But I'll see what I can do about a couple of the other requests that were there, the weapons I do have. I do like the AS Val, so if you're interested in that, and that's a really fucked up spawn right there. But if you're interested in seeing the AS Val, I've got some really good gameplays with that, and I do quite like that gun. It's very beasty and just the best, actually, I reckon. The all-kit weapons, I can understand why it's, you know, the last one you unlock. And yeah, it's quite a beast, mate. Can't wait to unlock a few more attachments for it. I don't think you get a foregrip for it. Someone might be able to correct me on that, but I don't think you do. I think you get all your sights and that, but I don't think foregrips, you know, in the whole mix of things you unlock for it. So I've got the G36C here right now, and I do have to say this gun is probably the best engineer gun. I haven't unlocked the AKS, but you saw me using it a bit before. I don't mind that, but G36C is just pretty brutal, man. Everybody knows the Scar H is getting a nerf in the next patch, and that's justified in my opinion. I do find myself dying by that a lot quicker than I do most other weapons, so I'm happy it's being patched now rather than later. I remember a few guys were saying, oh, it's perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with it. Well, obviously there is something wrong with it. I mean, look at this guy sitting in a fucking corner. Fucking life. But yeah, obviously there is something wrong with it if DICE felt the need to patch it. So all those people who were saying, oh, there's nothing wrong with it, there's all fucking this, fuck with that, it's 5.56, 7.62 and all that, blah 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 blah. Obviously the developers thought there was something wrong with it and it needed to be patched, so there you go. You know? So I don't make this shit up, man, when I speak. I don't just whinge and bitch. I've got a point when I say stuff. I've got an opinion, and usually my opinions have some merit. You know, even if they are a little bit, oh, fuck this shit, you know, that kind of stuff sometimes. I do feel my opinions do hold a little bit of merit. I'm not just speaking out my ass 90% of the time. Or, you know, maybe 55% of the time I am. But yeah, I do think that, you know, I do have a bit of a valid opinion when it comes to some of these things. I've been playing the games for quite some time, and not toot my own horn, but it's not like I've just picked the game up, you know? And it's not like I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, the big thing for us is still the Australian servers. We are still having a very, very limited number of servers to play on. EA Australia has said to me via Twitter that, you know, they are passing all this information on to DICE, and we appreciate, I believe they said we appreciate your passion. I thought, fuck it, I'm ramming this guy. I just thought, fuck you, man. But yeah, they have said, yeah, we appreciate your passion. So I guess they appreciate the amount of bullshit I've been slinging their way over the last few days. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know what I mean. But I just think it's a downright insulting the amount of servers we have on the weekend here. We had four Rush servers yesterday. And today there was a bit better. It was about 20 or so. So that was a little better. Yeah. But I still think they need to put it to the point where, okay, we've filled up all the servers and there's like 3, 4 empty. You know, even if they're just constantly empty. I mean, I think we deserve that much over here. I don't think we deserve to be given the short end of the stick, you know, constantly like we are. I really don't think that's much to ask for at all. That we have at least, you know, if America and Europe have 1,000+ servers, I think we should at least have 400 to 500. You know, I mean, I'm sure there's some game modes like Team Deathmatch, Quad Rush, and that people would like to play, but they just can't because there's probably 1 or 2, maybe even, you know, maybe even 1 or 2. Sometimes we've looked around and there's been no Team Deathmatch servers, there's been no Squad Rush servers here in Australia. You know, it is something that is, well, that was fucking dirty. I really felt bad for doing that, but I didn't expect him to run around the corner on me like that. Fucking RPG to the face, or s'more to the face, a s'more. I do like that word, as you've heard before. But actually, I think I've almost commentated over the entire video. I said I wasn't going to do that, and I threw a grenade at myself right then. But yeah, getting a bit tight, close quarter kind of shit in here now, which, you know, this is how Battlefield should be. Nice wide open map, like you're seeing right here. And then tight close quarters in some parts. Not tight close quarters all the time. That's how I feel about Battlefield, that's how I feel it should be. I don't think my opinion will ever change on that at all. I don't think anybody will ever be able to change my opinion on that. I don't think the game should be, you know, tight, close quarter maps all the time. Those maps are fine if you want to play Team Deathmatch or Squad Rush or something like that. 24 players, you know, you need maps like this. You need maps like Caspian, Operation Firestorm, you know, not Metro, not CN, not, you know, Grand Bazaar. Actually, Grand Bazaar kind of grows on me a bit if you play it right, if you don't fall into the trap like most people do of just going into the alleyway. Can have a bit of fun on that map, but still, I would prefer it to be a lot more open than it is. A lot more choke points than are necessary, I believe. There's a bin monster. Got a guy in a bin. He's been all pro and shit in a bin. But yeah, so these guys are pushing. This is the kind of team you want. Alright, if you got, you know, 30-40% snipers on your team, you're screwed. Okay? They're not going to do much for you at all. It's like Firestorm has just turned the biggest sniper fest. Guys sitting at the deployment zone on their hills just sniping constantly. It's like, fuck off. Get a life. You know? Not everybody wants to play your little sniper game. They're not going to just sit back and fucking have a sniper war with you. Get in the fucking mix and have a real fucking game, why don't you? I'm very lucky there. I thought I was definitely screwed. But yeah, if you're not going to, I mean, you can play all kit weapons, with all kit weapons as a sniper, and I would be fine, mate. Just as long as you don't go sitting back with your fucking sniper rifles getting up close, yeah, and using nothing but your pistol. Fuck off. You know, that shit just pisses me right off, man. I mean, you've got access to SMGs and everything. You got access to some really good weapons. Yet you still run around with your sniper rifle and use your pistol as your primary weapon. Fucking hell. What the hell is that shit, dude? What the hell is that? I really never gonna understand that. So yeah, I actually ended up commentating over the whole thing. And I'd be amazed if anybody actually stuck around and listened to the whole fucking thing. But yeah, sorry about the fan again. I hope it got most of it out during the commentary. So AN94 will be done when I unlock it, and the sub-night will be done when I tweet it out. So send me the invites on my original account, Vanish001, and I'll catch us again next time. And thanks for watching.